Hi everyone, it's Cherry Enchantress, and I'm here with an unboxing, unveiling, flip through review of James R. Eads' PrismaVisions, and this one is the 6th edition, so let's take a look inside. And I got it straight from his shop. Comes with these awesome postcards. Aren't they so beautiful? His artwork is just beyond believable. Here's a discount code if you want to screenshot that. Maybe you can get that discount yourself. Here's another one, and he gave me a thank you card. Wasn't that nice of him? I just love his artwork. So, and then it comes with a few other little, we have this code right here. Oh, and the pocket versions of these are just so adorable, and they come in little tins. I recommend those too. I mean, I don't know what they look like in person, but if you just want something a little bit more portable and something a little bit less expensive, that I think it's a good option. Free shipping. And Kickstarters. He's always got something new going on, and he has several different tarots out right now and an oracle. So let's take a look. I think the thing that caught my eye was this beautiful box. I was like, wow, that's pretty. And I bought this deck like a long time ago, but I made the mistake of buying a replica like I do sometimes. So my recommendation for you is when you're like searching in YouTube, or not YouTube, in Amazon, type in kit. Sometimes typing in kit and after tarot sometimes will bring up like the bigger version, and then you can find it. Also, maybe do a Google search instead of an Amazon search, so you can see, find the original designers that make it and go and order it from their shop. And anyway, James R. Eads has a really nice, beautiful shop, and that's where I should have gone on the first place. But now it's better late than never. Anyway, that tarot deck was really cute anyway, even though it was a replica, and I did give it away as a prize. So let's take a look at this. All right, so the box is really nice. It's kind of got that interesting sort of spongy feel to it. It says, "The Fool." I love this. The Fool is who I resonate with, the card that I resonate with. The fool believes he is someone he is not, wading through waters for something unsought. The magician plays tricks in the dark of the night, refracting the light of all future sight. And these are a set of cards to tease your mind, revealing a past, present, and future combined. Also, this book that goes with this deck is really nicely written by the lovely author Catherine Tomes, and of course our artist is James R. Eads. And a lot of her writing inspired me in my deck that I made, the Enchanted Romance. I keep forgetting the name of my own deck. Enchanted Romance, yeah. And when I studied the tarot. I've studied the tarot for quite a bit, but when it came down to coming up with definitions, I just wanted to explore every a possible definition for each card. And I skimmed through all of my booklets, and this was one of my favorites. So back then, when I bought that little book that was a knockoff, it didn't come with a book, and I actually found the book in James R. Eads' website just individually, replacement booklet, and actually had one of these. So yeah, so I really enjoyed the definitions in this booklet, and I recommend you guys getting familiar with a lot of different writers' way of interpreting artists and writers, you know, the artists interpret with their images and the writers interpret with their words. And even though most tarot readers believe in reading tarot intuitively, of course they look into the drawing for inspiration, but I think you can also look into the words for inspiration. It's not cheating. All right, so, and then here's the inside of the box. So pretty. And the back of the box has some of the samples. PrismaVisions, a set of cards to ease your mind. And so the great and most awesome thing about the PrismaVisions is that he is this massive, amazing artist. I'm saying massive because I saw a picture of his art studio, and he has like ceiling to floor paintings, all his works just like everywhere. And what he does this a lot, where he takes a whole suit and he designs each card in a big kind of mural type way, and then just separates the images according to the card number so intelligently. It's just really amazing. So we'll have a nice look at how he does that. Okay. And another plus is this has a lovely silver edge, and the backing is quite nice. So let's get into it. All right, let's start with the major arcana. So we have the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot. I want to read this one. I'm curious if it'll say anything about that bird. It shows the bird on the symbol right there. So the chariot roars down the road, headlights blazing. Even in the midst of a heavy midnight downpour, a bird leaps into flight off its hood, jubilant in its path to victory. The two make an impressive pair, power and swiftness swishing unabashedly into the future. So this is being, of course, completely self-assured is a rare and glorious moment. If through careful preparation, self-discipline, and steady determination you find yourself a victor, you have every right to be proud of your accomplishments. Direct this energy into further efforts. Have total confidence in your abilities. You've clearly demonstrated to yourself and to the world what you can achieve. Forge on, refusing to let any obstacle stand in your way. Very nice. So that bird just leapt off like kind of like supernatural. So here's strength. The Hermit, one of the prettiest Hermit cards that I've ever seen. There he is out there. The Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged Man, I often do my I have done 2 decks, so my Hanged Man have a sea theme as well. Death, Temperance, Devil. Now I have to admit, I did this already, a flip through review unboxing, and then I just promptly deleted it. And then I cleaned out my trash too. I was like, what did I just do? Anyway, but I'll read this to you again because I thought this was an interesting Devil card. I'm fascinated by every author and artist's interpretation of the Devil. And there is quite a variety out there. Mine usually lean towards the sex appeal. Well, actually I have one deck that was kind of about the sexual union and connection and sex appeal. And then I have another deck which was really about, it's the flesh tarot. With my other deck, I made it about just like being, I don't know how to explain it, but ripped into, so to speak, you know? So in this one, the Devil, okay, that's what it was that I still haven't found the serpent. If you guys, oh, there it is. Now I see it. I was going to say, if you guys see a serpent, there it is. Okay, so yeah, the serpent crouches on the floor. You can see it, right? If it was a snake, it would have bit you because the snake in the grass, the snake in the leaves, whatever, it's blending into its scenery, so it can be sneaky, so it can catch you unaware. So the snake is crouching on the forest floor, gleaming eyes beckoning you onwards. Against your better judgment, you follow through the dense thicket, so enamored with the snake you fail to notice that the path he leads you down as a dead end. You are being taken in, and soon you'll be lost irrevocably to the bleak and silent forest. There are many reasons to dwell in false realities, so that's what this Devil is, false realities. More often than not, it's out of sheer convenience. Life is not amazing, but it's comfortable, right? So maintaining this status quo is easier than confronting any deep-seated issues that you are quietly eroding your sanity. The Devil is in fact a counterpoint to temperance. Something is out of balance, but you lack the courage or acuity to address it. To break the serpent's gaze means acknowledging where you truly are, and that can be discomforting. Ask yourself to avoid a harsh truth, or ask yourself if you're trying to avoid a harsh truth, and if it's worth living in a distorted dream world, or a codependent world, or whatever you're living in, you know. Is that worth it? I was just telling my friend that I would do it all over again to have my kids, but there are times where it was like that, where you live through a part of your life that doesn't seem like the real you sometimes. And it doesn't even have to be like years. It can be just a minute or a day or a moment that you don't feel right. You don't feel good about yourself in that moment. Like you don't feel authentically yourself, or you're being tempted or misled or whatever, or you're conveniently believing in something that you know in your gut's not really true or whatever. Or maybe you don't know that it, you know, what the truth is yet, and the truth will be revealed. Lots of stuff here can be interesting with this Devil card. I like it very much. Okay, let's keep going. So we have the Tower. That's a neat tower. It shows water and a building, and oftentimes I have one that's a shipwreck, that's tower, and most of the time just buildings being struck. But it has a kind of interesting energy about it, like the hope once you've established a new foundation, the hope that comes next, and then here comes the star. And that's one of the things that I hate to keep referring back to the book, but the book was very inspiring to me. So the Tower, it talks about you have a chance to start anew on firmer ground. And then the star kind of like takes the story. After the cataclysmic fall of the tower, a woman is cast into the air. At the apex of her ascent, she sees a whole world around her, stars singing their high, clear aria. The sleigh bell descant fills her with hope, and in the midst of stark calamity, she is at peace. And the lily tendrils entwine around her, linking her to a brilliant light. And then the next, well, you know, the story continues on to the next, you know. So I like how they did that with the, not just with the images, but also with the story in the book. So there's the star. And the moon. Ooh, you got a fast car. Oh, you got a fast car with a very loud engine. I'm so impressed. And the sun. I love the drippy sun energy. It just makes me think of that Christmas lights botanical garden show. Judgment. That looks like a portal to another world. And speaking of a portal to another world, there's the world. Okay, well, let's see if they connect as far as the book is concerned. So Judgment is saying a door swings open to reveal the spiraling, multicolored vortex that lies beyond. Your present surroundings are calm, deep blue, serene, but silent and wistful as a midnight mist. The overabundant rainbow vortex seeping in from the other world offers a welcoming change of pace. The swirling mist beckons you. Of course, crossing the threshold into the unknown will be daunting. The end of a journey can always be sad, but it's time to make matter-of-fact decisions and decide if where you are now is worth stagnating in the face of resplendent rejuvenation. And so, I guess, once you do that, you find out why, yes, it was worth it. It was totally worth it. Because now I have the world. This is the culmination of the major arcana. The world depicts the moon, the sun, the hanged man, the hierophant, the emperor, justice, strength, and the chariot, all rotating around the calm, focused center of the eye. Shown as a whole, these many opposing forces reveal their true pattern, unifying at last into one PrismaVision. Ah, there's the PrismaVision. And so after a long, harrowing learning curve, you finally integrated the many competing aspects for your life. Master of your destiny, you observe life from afar, watching how it blends and emerges within itself. Conflicts eased and doubts vanquished. Take this well-deserved moment of tranquility to serve others. You are a pinnacle of competence and intelligence. And in the end, when you close your eyes, you'll see the world clearly, made up of everything you've ever known and all the places you call home. Nice. And then Tiny Elephants is an extra card. So we have these little tiny elephants because we have these big people above them. And this is saying these two tiny elephants trek through the tall grass. The calf holds the tail of its mother as it peers around to ensure nothing gargantuan is hiding just out of view. To the tiny elephants, the grass is a wild world of its own. To the humans above, the grass is only a thought. When you pull the tiny elephants in a reading, it asks you to acknowledge the perspective of your situation. Pay attention to the things around you. If your perspective feels like it has grown tired, then get on the floor and stand on a chair. Find a new way of looking. You will be surprised how fresh something old can feel when you look at it differently. There is wonder in small things, and there is beauty in understanding another another's point of view. So each edition, this is the 6th edition, but each edition is of the PrismaVisions has a unique question mark. And the readers may opt to take the tiny elephants out from their deck. It's not part of it, of the major arcana, but you can keep it in there. And I always keep the extra cards in, because I think it just lends a personal feeling to the particular tarot I'm using. And also I wanted to mention what a nice silver edge this is. In that replica deck that I got, it also had a powdery kind of silver edge, so that was pretty too. And so it was one of the first card decks I got because I really like silver, but now there's so many beautiful edges out there that you don't have to be stuck to just silver and gold anymore. All right, now let's get into it. Now we're gonna go start with the wands. Here we go. I'm gonna lay these out so you can see how they connect together. We have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands. You see how the stream continues. The Three of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Five of Wands. Yeah, I think I got enough room. Let's see if I got room for a second row underneath. Excuse me, Mr. Flower, or Miss Flower. Here we go. Okay, let's see. So we have the Six of Wands. All right, I'm gonna tilt it. We have the Seven of Wands. As the story continues. The Eight of Wands. The Nine of Wands. And the Ten of Wands. And the story doesn't end there. There's the Ten of Wands, and then we can see how the Page of Wands connects. And it's all this kind of like spirally fire energies whirling and whipping around. And the Knight of Wands. The Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands. There's the quartz. Okay, let's check out now. Next we have chalices. I don't know what's the best way to do this. Here we go. The Ace of Chalices. I think this is my favorite card, or one of my favorites. I just like, oh, the light, the way the light hits all this bright water. Really feels like new love. It's like falling in love, love energy. And then there's the beautiful couple. Yeah? You want to go out, Paul? What you want? And the Three of Chalices. It's a party. They're like, yay. It's almost like a little... They went to a show, to the theater. to the ballet. And the Four of Chalices. He went to the show too, but he didn't find anyone to hang out with. And the Five of Chalices. And he got drunk at the show and, I don't know, had a pity party over there. All right. And then this continues. I mean, 6 continues, but I'll have to put it in the next row. We have 7 of Chalices. Eight of Chalices. Look at that. That's really intense energy. 9 of Chalices. Yeah. And then 10 of Chalices. That kind of good feels, a good feels. All right, let's see now our court cards. We have the Page of Chalices, the Knight, riding on some tall wave with a cup in his hand. The Queen of Chalices, also having fun on this wave that the page sent out. And the King of Chalices. There it goes. All right, let's see now about the swords. Alrighty, and here's the Ace of Swords. Ace is pretty. The swords is my favorite as far as emotions. It's a very emotive story. Okay. It's almost like I need, maybe I'll start over here. Okay. Then we have the Two of Swords. And then the Three of Swords. And the Four of Swords. Then the Five of Swords. And I'll scoot the story down. And next, the Six of Swords. Scoot the story down. Then we have the Seven of Swords. And the Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. Okay, here comes the scary swan. The scary swan story. And then we have the 10 of Wands. I'm 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Swords meaning air, and as in most tarot decks, you'll find air symbols with wings, butterflies, angels, birds, wings. You'll see that a lot. And the Page of Swords. Of course, if you knew that, then you already knew that. I think tarot is so cool because of art. You know, I'm an artist, and I like anything that has to do with beauty and drawings and depictions of the real world translated through emotion. You have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so another bird's coming down, because I was trying to see if this is like an alternative type of bird instead of the Knight, but I feel like no, yet another bird is coming down. So let's take a look at the court cards. So we have Page, Knight, Queen, Captured, and King. And the nest is found. There we go. Interesting story, eh? All right. Let's now see about our Pentacles. Okay, so we have Ace of Pentacles. This one's also a very lovely story. It's warm. It's a wall. The Two of Pentacles. It's construction. The Three of Pentacles. See? He's a builder. That's my brother making his Earthship. Happy birthday, my brother. And the Four of Pentacles. Somebody who got greedy or lazy or both. Or, you know, maybe dude asked, hey, can I add that to my design? And he's like, no. Don't you know this is a rare Tiffany blah blah blah? Well, there you go. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. Well, that's a very nice completed section of the wall. And the Six of Pentacles. Aw, that's me and my brother. We really did feel like that though when we were kids. We were like Hansel and Gretel. And every time I see Six of Pentacles depicted with kids, I think of us growing up. How cute. And he did always love to build. And my sister used to knock down his masterpieces. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at Seven of Pentacles. Feels like a puzzle. And Eight of Pentacles. Very pretty. All right. And next we have Nine of Pentacles. Looks very nice. Very nice. Building of a nice place. So it's like maybe it's the family home and fixing it up. Making it look pretty again. Doing some yard work. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Or it could be like a fixer-upper. happily ever after. Aww, that's nice. Okay, now let's get into the court cards. So, does that match up? Yep. We've got the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. That's nice. The Queen of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles. Handstand on the bull. So yeah, with the earth signs, that's very appropriate with the bull right there. It also makes me think of Josephine Wall's depiction of Taurus. Kind of has this flower, earthy fields and a bull. Very nice. Okay, you guys. We made it through. I like almost lost track of time. Enjoyed that so much. So I'm just gonna put all the kings. You'll see them all right here. And now let's scoop them all up and I'll shuffle them and you can see how they shuffle. They're kind of stiff because it's a kind of cardboard. It's got a little flexibility to it. It's smooth, very smooth, but not too slippery, and it's matte. Very easy to read, and I think it's easier to view it on screen if you're reading for YouTube, let's say, when it's not shiny, especially in darker images. Okay. A little bit of give back. I find that when you work them in too much, then the edge starts to wear it down. So that might influence the way you shuffle these if you want that nice silver to stay nice for a longer time. All right. There you go. And there you have it, you guys. Isn't it lovely? So if you want a reading, check tomorrow and I'll do a reading for you with this deck in the Daily Dust. Hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.